Hello, everybody. It's Victor here from Trend Following Trading for Beginners, and here's my weekly update on my sample trading portfolio. Coming up next. Hello again. For the past week, two major things happened. Basically, is the U.S. have reduced its interest rate by a quarter basis point, and Britain have basically going into general election on the 12th of December. Both of which sort of moved the market a little bit on the foreign exchange. Also, the other thing I didn't mention much last week was, I told last week, is the repo rate. The U.S. Fed basically increased the repo rate, purchase from 75 billion per day liquidity provided for the lending between the banks to at least 120 billions up until the first quarter of 2020. So that's quite a mixture of background things have been moving up and down, causing the market, basically U.S. Market. The indexes have gone through the roof, so to speak. Got a major high with Dow Jones, which is the last one to make a new high last week. And so following more or less what Nikkei in Asia is doing in Japan, as well as the DAX in Europe, as well as CAC in France, basically all going up as well. So all the major indexes across the board has been going up except one, which is the Hong Kong index. For the past week has been said that because of the demonstration, tourism is down, and they are basically now in technical recession because 2 quarters of negative growth. Because mainly the demonstration has been around for 6 months now, and it's hurting a lot of businesses in Hong Kong, and not many people want to go there. The hotel room rates have gone down, and hardly anybody make any money over there, or fill any rooms because of demonstration. So it's not surprising that is in the recession. But the surprising things for me is the Hong Kong index is managed to hold itself up around the 27,000 mark and still going up. So just continuing. So again, this backdrop of things, the market generally is holding up. The US dollar is falling, and US dollar index is falling down, and the Chinese yuan is basically moving up as well. So overall, it feels like everything is, all on the market side anyway, is doing well. Also, the American have released its non-farm payroll on Friday, I believe, and it's above people's expectation as well. So everything seems to be working. But the problem is we still have in the background of U.S. and China trade war. They were supposed to sign something in the middle of November. Now Chile is having demonstration like Hong Kong as well as in France, and basically they've called off that Apex meeting, and so nobody knows when and where Chinese and US gonna sign this phase 1 of the agreement, of the trade agreement. So we don't know what's going on at the moment. But against that, and everything seems hunky-dory, even though the general elections is causing a big issue in Britain. The pound is still quite steady, so it's quite strange, and this is sort of quite common to me anyway, in a sense that the market is driven by sentiment. It only see one way sometimes and don't see something else or whatever problem in the background. So at the moment, everybody is very happy, and so the index is basically just going up, and everybody's making money and happy, even though against a backdrop a lot of worries and things going on. So basically this sort of reflected into the sample portfolio as well. So Apple's continue to be a buy across the board. Amazon is short term is a buy. medium term is neutral, but short term now instead of sell last couple of weeks has become neutral. So it's basically last week it gone down 100 or pound, 100 or US dollars, and then only because of the Q3 missed its targets, and then now basically is on the next day on the after hours trading was down about quite a lot, about $110 or so to speak, but then later on it recovers and come back up again and on the open market. So the next day actually went down only $16 or $17. So it's very resilient. So it's not too bad on that side of thing, so to speak. And crude is short term is a sell, medium term is neutral, long term is neutral. Crude oil short term it changed to a buy now, medium term is a neutral, and a long term again is changed from neutral to sell this week, so to speak. So, but one thing from my observation anyway is the both crude, Brent crude and crude oil. On the chart wise forming a triangle, and it's like a coil spring ready to spin both ways up and down. So at this moment we don't quite know, it's just hovering around the belief or in between the 200-day moving average, 50-day moving average kind of thing. So watch this space, something probably happen soon. And I said before, DAX is moving up as before, it's doing pretty well on the index, and as well as Dow Jones as across the board now. Basically, even medium term for Dow Jones is going to buy across the board. And FTSE short term is a buy, medium term is neutral, long term is a buy. So even though I said the Brexit continue, the Brexit trial continue, now we also have a general election to consider in December 12. The FTSE seems to, I think, it's doing a more sideways trade, and very happy about it. So because it's uncertain, so let's see what happens. Next is gold. Gold is short term is a sell, medium term is neutral, long term is turned to buy. Basically, gold has been fluctuating around 15 area. They have gone down to 1480 a couple of weeks ago, I think, or last week, and then it come back up again. So gold has been quite resilient. The funny thing I would think is, generally speaking, when Dow Jones go up, gold goes down. But at this stage, it looks like Dow Jones making a new high. Gold is basically quite steady; it didn't go down at all. So people are buying, I think, holding it up just in case there's something bad happens. So it doesn't really, the old inferred relationship seems to have disappeared. Next is the Hong Kong index. Short term is a buy, long term, medium term still neutral. I said it's in the technical recession now, and with the ongoing demonstration going on, I'm very surprised even short term is a buy, but there is, the trend is short term is up. Nasdaq, just like the DAX and Apple, is across the board buy. Nikkei as well, across the board buys, no change there. Silver, short term it changed to a buy, medium term changed to neutral, long term it's changed to a buy as well. So again, similar to gold, something have changed, and silver seems to be slightly moving up. US dollar against the Chinese yuan, short term is a sell, and now even the medium term turned to a sell as well, and long term is neutral. So effectively, when the US cut its interest rate, the exchange rate basically against the yuan have the Chinese yuan going up, which is fair enough. So this continues to be sell. Next is US dollar against the Japanese yen. For the short term, it is still a buy. Medium term now is a buy as well, and then long term is neutral. Now, when the Fed cuts interest rate on Wednesday. The Japanese yen, US dollar again, Japanese yen gone up to 109 and then quickly come back down again. So it's quite volatile last couple of days. And it's, I think, gone down as low as 107.80 or something. So it's between, like, two or 3 yens or 2.5 yens between a couple of days, just moving down. It's been a bit volatile. The British pounds against the Japanese yen against the US dollars is buy across the board. So the BRICS system seems to have dampened people's mood or enthusiasm holding the British pounds, and is doing well against the US dollars and Japanese yen. So here's just a short-term update, and I will at the end of my short-term update, and I will speak to you soon. Bye.